In this video, I'm answering one of the many questions I ask myself as an engineer, and it is whether I should pursue the consulting career path. I asked myself this question before graduating, after graduating, and even after starting my career. So if you're an engineering student or engineering professional wondering whether you should break into the consulting career path, then this video is for you. I'll break this video into three main parts, starting with what is engineering consulting, the career perspective, as well as the pros and cons of consulting. And let's start by answering what is engineering consulting. Consulting is the most common career path for those who want to practice engineering professionally. As a career, consultants provide project management and engineering design services or propose projects both in the public and private sectors. If you ever looked for an engineer or someone that you know has ever looked for an engineer, you're most likely looking for a consulting engineer. In consulting, you'll be performing engineering design tasks and calculations for infrastructure, building and bridges structures, developing construction drawings and specifications, coordinating with architects and other engineering sub-consultants. But you also get a lot of exposure to the business side of consulting, such as client management, writing proposals for upcoming work, and obviously managing the daily operations of the business. One thing I want to point out is that in consulting, your experience may be different depending on the size of the firm that you join. These could be differences such as compensation, benefits, career reach within the organization, and the projects that you work on. For example, a large firm may have a well-defined organizational chart giving you the opportunity to understand how your future fits within the organization, compared to a small firm that may not have such a defined organizational chart but gives you the opportunity to get creative and define your own path within the organization. If you like a video specifically on what the differences are between a large and a small engineering firm, make a comment down below with your questions. In terms of career perspective, consulting offers a very flexible approach to your career where you get to develop skills such as project management, expanding your technical abilities by being challenged to a variety of engineering problems, and learn a lot about the administration of a business. These are all high valuable skills that allow you to take your career in any direction you like. You have the options to choose either a technical track if you enjoy the technical aspects of the field, such as performing engineering calculations and drafting your own design, for which you have the opportunity to become a technical leader or even a principal in your firm. But if technical is not your strongest suit, then you also have the option to go onto project management track, focus more on client relationships, client acquisition, and business development, and go up the ladder to become an associate or even a vice president in your firm. And there's plenty of opportunities for you to grow up the ladder in your engineering firm if you're starting as a junior or a new engineer coming out of college, to go into more senior roles, principals, associates, vice presidents, or even business owners of your firm, regardless of whether you take the technical track or you take more of the management track. Now let's talk about some pros and cons of consulting. One main advantage or pro of consulting is the fact that it is the best path that you can take if you want to become a professional engineer or perhaps own your own engineering firm. The type of engineering problems that you get to solve in consulting not only are very related to the type of problems you will get to solve in the professional engineering exam that you'll take to become a professional engineer, but also the type of problems that you'll most likely solve if you have your own engineering firm. It is the best place for you to get engineering experience if you're still on your journey to become a professional engineer, or if you're starting in the civil engineering industry coming out of college. Compensation is another reason why engineering consulting is an attractive career path for civil engineers, because it provides a higher compensation compared to other civil engineering career paths. And this is primarily because of the fact that you may be a salary employee in an engineering firm, but you also get paid for any overtime that you put into your engineering projects. Profit sharing plans and larger bonuses at the end of the year is another reason why consulting is an attractive field for civil engineers compared to any other engineering paths. So if you like a video specifically on the civil engineering compensation across multiple paths, or perhaps just specifically or engineering consulting, make sure you leave a comment down below. Now, two major cons or drawbacks of consulting are job security and work-life balance. In terms of job security, depending on which consulting market you're in, larger firms tend to be less stable than smaller firms. And this is primarily because of the type of projects that larger firms tend to work in, which are larger projects that are more sensitive to the economy. And when the economy is down, there could be massive cuts in employment in those larger firms compared to a smaller firms who is less sensitive to the swings of the economy due to its diverse clientele. One major drawback of consulting is work-life balance. Consulting is a very demanding field which can potentially lead you to multiple late days in the office, and engineers who do have all the responsibilities after work, perhaps they have their side projects or a family or any relationships to take care of, often stay away from the consulting career path because of the demanding work schedule. From my experience, I've heard of engineers working 50, 60, 70 hours a week, which is a very extensive work schedule. They tend to get burnout and eventually leave the path and switch into other engineering roles, or perhaps leave engineering altogether. While this is not normal and it's not something that is very common, it's something that you need to consider before you go into this path in the case that you have other projects or things outside of work where work is not just your main priority. Personally, I didn't have this kind of work schedule. There are definitely some times of the year where there would be very tight deadlines and a lot of work to be done. I'll stay a couple of hours over the week, but I did get paid for each of those hours that I work in overtime, which increased my earning potential. But there's definitely the case where there's employees working in consulting, working 50, 60 hours a week and do not get paid for any hour overtime because they're salary employees. This is not to discourage you from going into consulting, but I'm just being very open and honest about what consulting can bring you, because it is the most rewarding career path that anyone can start in. The skills and the experience that you'll gain in consulting will definitely set you up for success in any career path that you take within engineering. That's it for this video. Thank you for watching the New to Access Glove. See you next time.